What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for Monday evening quarterback. And it was, look, we had some tight games, especially in that early window. We had overtime games. We had things that we thought were about to be major upsets. We had a Jameis Winston reception for a touchdown and one of the smoothest celebrations you'll ever see in your life. But ultimately, here we are. And it was an interesting week of football. We got some injuries to talk about. We have some firings to talk about. And we've got the games. Beardo, how's it going, man?
About as good as it can be. You know, I picked the Lions yesterday, but man, I got my hopes up real early in that Giants game. But I was texting Will, I was texting a few people. There was like 3 minutes left in the game, and I was like, there's plenty of time for the Giants to lose. What are we talking about? Like, people are texting me, congratulating me. What a great win. What a great win for the Giants. I'm like, 3 minutes is way too much time. Like, the Giants have plenty of time to lose this game. But Jameis Winston played well. I like seeing Winston out there. You know, a few trick plays. We had 2 big trick plays yesterday and a lot of games. So, a lot of good games.
Yeah. And Will, your team picked up another win. Got a little scary maybe there at the end with old Joe Flacco with no receivers out there. Still trying to put together magic, but the Patriots pull out another W.
Not only are we the current 1 seed, not only do we pretty much have the division locked up, although my straight up picks they're good, they're not great, but the last 4 weeks I went back and looked, forcing myself to pick every game against the spread, 37-19. That's 66%. It's been a good little stretch here. So I'm feeling pretty good. My Patriots are winning. I'm winning. We're having a good time.
That's good. That is good. Well, my team also won, the Chicago Bears. It is a Chicago Bears victory Monday. And you know what? I got to say, shine's wearing off. I'm getting a little used to it, 8-3, top of the NFC North. It's almost like it's not a big deal anymore. We just keep finding ways to win these games. Now, Friday might be a little different story on Black Friday when we play the Philadelphia Eagles. But nevertheless, let's get right into the games.
Hey, real quick, I forgot to tell you. So we agreed that if the Bears Patriots go to the Super Bowl, I'm flying down there. We're watching it together.
Yes.
Last weekend, I bet the exact outcome of Patriots to win the AFC and the Bears to win the NFC. What kind of odds do you think I got on that?
Plus 10,000.
Yeah, pretty much. I put $10 on it. 220 to 1. So $10 to win 2,200. So that'll pay for the flight and everything. So I figured if it happens, it's gonna be a good trip.
That's fair, actually. It's like, hey, that'll pay for everything. So that'll get it taken care of. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
And look,
yeah,
it's going to be a good problem to have if that's the case, if we're rooting against each other in the Super Bowl. But I do not think that will be the case. In fact, when I look at the future Bears schedule down the stretch, 2 games against the Packers, another game against the Lions, games against the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Cleveland Browns, my gut tells me 2-4 down the stretch. I'd love it if it was 3-3, but my gut tells me 2-4. Which should be a 10-win season, and honestly better than I expected this year. But we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to talk about this game. In this game, despite a TJ Watt strip sack in the end zone where Caleb Williams got sent flying like a fucking rag doll for TJ Watt to pass his brother JJ, who was calling the game on the all-time sacks list. The Chicago Bears pull out this game. They were down going into half, especially after that defensive touchdown, but they just kind of kept chipping away at it. 3 touchdowns for Caleb Williams, no picks. Did have the fumble that ended up in a touchdown. Big mistake. First big mistake he's had in a couple games, to be honest with you. But I think one of the bigger stories is this Pittsburgh Steelers team putting up 21 points against a decimated fucking defense. A decimated defense. This is a defense that was missing Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and Tyreek Stevenson by the middle of this game. So your top 3 cornerbacks are out. All your starting linebackers are out. You got practice squad guys all over the field, especially in the middle of the field. And the Pittsburgh Steelers refused to throw the ball in the middle. Everything was just little fucking dink or dunk to one side or the other, or a couple go balls. That was it. That was the fucking offense that they trotted out there, and I don't understand why. but that's what they did. And really, this game shouldn't even have been this close. I'm being honest. I think the Bears played significantly better than the Steelers. They benefited from a fake tush push that they did an end around for, or a pitch end around that went for like 60 fucking yards down to the half-yard line. And obviously they did get the defensive touchdown as well. The game shouldn't have been this close, but the Bears do come out with a victory nonetheless.
Will?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just find another way to win. I mean, hats off to the Bears. It's so funny, Ryan, watching both our teams kind of doing the same thing. No one really believes in us, either of our teams. They can make excuses either way, but our teams just keep winning, and it's awesome. And I thought it was really impressive, even with Caleb Williams making that mistake, because that was my whole handicap on this game. Was like, I'm going to take the Steelers, even with the backup in, even with Rudolph playing. Caleb Williams feels like he's due to do something stupid. And I mean, that was a really bad fumble. I mean, granted the guy, didn't make a good play on him, but I mean, you got to have a little bit more ball security awareness there when you're in your own end zone. And the Steelers got a free touchdown there, and still the Bears controlled this game for the most part. I mean, you can look at the win probability. After the second half, they were favored to win almost the whole time.
Yeah, it is nice to see close games where teams actually hang on to the lead. It's nice to see. I would not know what that feels like. But yeah, that TJ Watt strip sack fumble in the end zone, I was thinking it was going to be a safety, and then Caleb Williams just like let go of it. I don't think like that wasn't a fumble. That was that wasn't a forced fumble. He let that thing go.
Well, it was like
on purpose. He did. He did.
Well,
he did.
I think he was.
You go back and look at the replay. He let that thing go on purpose. It's not like that got knocked out of his hands. He let go.
No, so he got whipped. Like that's what happened, right? And I think there's probably like 3 guys in the fucking NFL that make that type of play that TJ Watt did. They're just like the speed and the strength. Myles Garrett would have done the same thing, right? If you get able to get his hands on you and fucking be so strong to whip you like that. And that's what happened. He got fucking whipped, and the ball like just left his hand because of the centrifugal force of his body going around in a circle.
I think he was trying to find a way to make a forward pass so that it was an incomplete pass and not a safety.
I think that's what he was trying to do initially, like to get out of the situation. And then it came so quickly, and he got spun around so fucking quick. And
but yeah. 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Mason Rudolph with some mistakes. I thought the offense, like I picked the Steelers yesterday because I thought that the Steelers were going to look just as good with Rudolph as they would have with Rodgers. So I was confident in that. But yeah, the Bears holding on and did what they had to do in the second half to get the win.
And honestly, I don't know. We don't know what it would have looked like with Aaron on the field instead of Mason Rudolph, but the offense didn't look much different because this Steelers offense has been fucking boring and monotonous the entire fucking year. This Steelers offense has been heavy run and short passes. That's fucking it. Not a lot down the field. Now, I do think with Aaron, they would have been more willing to pick apart the middle of the field in that linebacker core. But that's kind of been the story of the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. I believe they're 32nd in the league in terms of like air yards per pass attempt. Everything's been short and around the line of scrimmage. And I guarantee you look at Mason Rudolph's spray chart for the day, and until they got down, until they needed to make a comeback in the fourth quarter and actually had to move the ball down the field, I can guarantee you, other than a handful of shots, maybe 4 go balls, just 40 yard, 30 yard, kind of throw it up and see who gets it. It was all just right around the line of scrimmage. It was very conservative. And Pittsburgh Steelers fans are now they're calling for everybody to get fired. They're like, here we go again, blah blah blah, all this shit. So I love it. I think it's funny.
I mean, they should be used to this. They're 9-8 is what they do every season. So it's like you're on pace.
Yeah. And a game where I thought that this pass rush was going to affect Caleb more. He obviously gave out that 1 sack. That was the only sack he took. And it wasn't because he was doing crazy shit. Had 1 or 2 times where he escaped. But for the most part, it was in the pocket and on-time play and getting the ball out relatively quickly. So that was good to see as well. Some accuracy issues and some balls that just should have been picked up by his guys out there that were not. Roman Dunze continues to frustrate the fuck out of me sometimes. Makes a fantastic play and then can't catch routine shit. But it doesn't matter. We fucking won. 3 touchdowns. Caleb Williams. On to Drake May. No longer Drake Maybe, Drake May. Although a couple times in this game didn't look fantastic. But the Patriots they escape with the win in Cincinnati, even though Cincinnati put on a roaring comeback at the end and had a chance. They were down there when they get down the 20-yard line or something like that at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And but that might be the last we see of Joe Flacco for the Cincinnati Bengals, because it sounds like Joe Burrow's good to go next week.
I don't think so. I think we see more Flacco. I think we get Burrow for a game or two, and then he re-aggravates his foot, and then we get Flacco for the rest of the year. To be honest, I don't know why they're putting Joe Burrow out there, unless it's just to ruin the Ravens season. But the Bengals don't have a chance in the AFC North. They don't have a chance at the wild card. So personally, I think it's dumb to put Joe Burrow out there. But if they're in the market for ruining the Ravens season, then by all be it, go for it. But I don't think this is the end of Flacco's journey here, or tenure, I guess, with the Bengals.
This is the Bengals' next 3 games that Joe Burrow gets to face. Ravens, Bills, Ravens.
Oh,
I mean, then it gets easier after that. It's Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns to finish the season. But I agree with
any of those. If they lose any of those, they'll be mathematically eliminated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They have to win out to have a prayer. You know, they win out, they'll finish 9-8, and that might not even be good enough to get you in. But no, I agree with Beardo. I don't know why they're playing him. He's worth way too much to that franchise to risk injury. But at the same time, I mean, no one's going to stop Burrow. If he wants to play, he's going to play. If he feels healthy, I do not think the foot is going to be an injury risk. It will be something else. He should be all healed up and everything after that type of surgery and the time that he's taken off. That thing should be healed up, and he should have
Hopefully.
he should have no issue with the foot. Doesn't mean he can't re-aggravate re-aggravate it in a different way or whatever, but or get a new injury. But I'm fine with it. I want to see Burrow play Lamar on Thanksgiving. That makes the game way more exciting. We would have been cooked in this game if it was Burrow, Chase, and Higgins out there. And of course, we can't just.
Higgins went out of this game. Jamar Chase did not play. And even with that being said, it looked like they were on the doorstep of potentially ruining this game for the Patriots.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy because this defense is so bad for the Bengals. And then yet, I think the first 3 drives we punted, which I'm not. Listen, things happen. This is the NFL. The Patriots haven't had a bye yet. So this is their 12th straight game. They're on the road. It's not ideal. You don't want to see your team look like that, but it happens. This is the NFL. And the fact that they, once again, were able to come back and win a game gives me hope with this team. But we're kind of screwed because we lost our whole left side of our line. Obviously, Will Campbell went out, but then also our left guard went out too. Now, his might only be a week or 2 that he's out, but it looks like Will Campbell's probably going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks at best. But I guess that's good news. That is not too terrible because we could get him back for the playoffs. But it's going to be a rough few weeks for Drake May. If you have any Drake May MVP tickets, I'd probably sell out now if I were you, especially the way Stafford's playing. But yeah, good win by the Patriots here. And we pretty much locked up the division with this win.
It's crazy. The Patriots, the number 1 seed in the fucking AFC.
Yeah, wild.
See if they can hang on to that shit. See if they can hang on to that shit. But yeah, a solid win and a valiant effort to come back with basically everyone injured on the Bengals offense.
We'll take it.
You never count out Joe Flacco. You can never count out Joe Flacco, man. Never. Giants, Lions, Beardo. How did you feel watching this game? An overtime game in which Jahmyr Gibbs had about 8,000 fucking yards.
Yeah, I mean, exciting game for the Giants, especially in the first half. Tyrone Tracy on the ground, he's been good, filling in for Scadaboo. Jameis Winston yesterday. Jason Winston and Wan'Dale Robinson had a hell of a game yesterday. I saw this meme that was like Jameis Winston and Wan'Dale Robinson on a random Sunday, and it was a picture of Brady and Randy Moss. They had a hell of a game yesterday. And Winston, actually, Mike Kafka bringing out some trick plays yesterday. We had a flea flicker deep early on the Giants' first drive to Wan'Dale Robinson for that touchdown to go up 7-0. And then was it in the second quarter with that Jameis Winston, the Jameis Winston touchdown? Was that in the second quarter or fourth quarter? Might have been the touchdown in the fourth quarter.
It's this one right here, right? It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah, here it is right here. Little
trickeration.
Little trickery.
It's not quite open. He's going to step up in the fucking pocket.
Yep. Winston breaks a tackle and does the Heisman pose to stiff arm this guy to get this guy off of him as he walks into the end zone.
Bro, the adjustment on this ball from Jameis Winston, the quarterback, to come back and then just say, you know what? Do a little juke, do a little fucking Heisman, do a little pull through, stay on my feet, keep my fucking balance. And there we go. What a fucking play.
Hell of a play, man. Hell of a play.
Dude, he's even wearing gloves when he threw that.
Oh, he was wearing gloves all game yesterday. I don't know why he was wearing gloves. That's the first time I've seen him do that, but he was wearing gloves indoors.
No, the wide receiver.
Oh, the receiver. Yeah, but Winston was wearing gloves on both of his hands yesterday, playing quarterback.
I'm taking after Teddy Two Gloves.
Is Ryan frozen? Ryan's frozen.
Yep.
Ryan's gone.
Ryan's frozen. Well, we can talk
Ryan's
about this one.
gone.
Shout out to Wan'Dale Robinson. The Lions are dead to me. You saw my ticket. I damn near hit everything perfect in this game. And of course, I parlayed it all together. And the only thing I needed was the Lions to win by double digits.
I'm back, I think. Fuck.
There he is.
Yeah, you're back.
There he is. But yeah, no, there was plenty of time left in the game for the Lions to come back. I was never worried that the Giants were going to win this game. Maybe in the first half, but the Lions' only lead in the game came in overtime. That touchdown in overtime, which
so they didn't lead for a single second of the game.
Correct. They did. The Lions did not have a lead for a single second of the regulation game. Only that touchdown in overtime, and I can't remember. It was either the first or second play of overtime with the Lions possession, and Jahmyr Gibbs busted out that like 60-plus yard run for the touchdown. And I knew it was over. I knew it was over then. But also in overtime, Jesus, Ryan. In overtime, on the Giants' possession, we have a 3rd and 7. And we run the ball up the middle on a 3rd and 7. This isn't like some fucking week 3 fucking game in the second quarter. This is an overtime. You want to fucking win the game. The Lions already scored. This is a must score a touchdown situation just to tie the fucking gosh damn game. And on a 3rd and 7 in your own territory, you're running the ball up the middle. I hate this fucking team. And I'm glad that Shane Bowen fucking got fired this morning, because he is the defense, and Shane Bowen is the single reason why we have 5. Count them. Is it not 5, Ryan? Fourth quarter leads this year where we lost every single one of those games. It is ridiculous. Shane Bowen, I'm glad he's fucking gone. But the only reason the Lions fucking won yesterday was because of Shane Bowen and the poor fucking defensive schemes he was running yesterday late in the game when the Giants had the lead to allow the Lions to get back into it. And then Mike Kafka, who got creative yesterday. He got really creative with some of his play calls. The offense looked pretty good. But in fucking overtime on a 3rd and 7, you're going to run the ball up the fucking middle? Fuck you.
I think that's one where, because you're going for it on 4th down, right? So that's one where maybe you try to catch him by surprise a little bit and pick up 5 yards or whatever to make that 4th down a little easier to convert. But yeah, I could see it's frustrating. Jahmyr
Can you do that in Trump voice? The way you were moving your hands, it just feels like you need to do Trump voice with it.
Who, me or Ryan?
You. The way you were getting into it. I was just waiting for
3rd and 7.
Yes.
You run the ball up the middle. What a stupid thing to do.
yeah, that's good. Charles Barkley says, you guys not going to mention the magic kick that magically was clearly going right, then came back left? No, because it's not magic. And like, that's how sometimes balls spin funny. And I know it's weird. I know it's weird when we watch, baseball players and they put spin on the ball and it does things. When you have an oblong fucking object that's rotating differently, weird shit can happen like that.
Mm-hmm. I was seeing some fucking idiots on Twitter saying magnets in the field, magnets in the goalpost, man. The NFL's rigged. They want the Lions to win. The magnets in the football. I'm like, okay, fucking copium at an all-time fucking high, dude. What the fuck? Well,
here's a spoiler. You don't need the refs' help to beat the Lions, to beat the Giants.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yes, it was Israel. Yes, Jewish space magnets. I think that's what was going on. Yeah. They really wanted the Lions to win. But Jahmyr Gibbs, we got to just mention it. 219 yards.
Hell of a game.
Including that big 70-yard one in overtime or 69 yards, whatever it was. 15 carries to get to 219. And he also added another, 50 or 60 through the air and a touchdown. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs, 45 yards, 11 receptions for 45 yards and a touchdown. The fantasy points that this motherfucker racked up. So that's 22 fantasy points. That's another 12 fantasy points there. So that is 34 just from the run game. 11. So that's 45. Another 4.5. So almost 50 points and then another touchdown. So somewhere in the 55 point arena in fantasy from Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's if you don't have any big play bonuses activated and everything in your fucking
right. If you're playing PPR, Gibbs had a fucking day yesterday. Scroll up. Early in the game, the Giants were getting to Goff. How many sacks did he have?
It says only 3, but it felt like more.
Yeah, and I think all 3 of those might have came in the first half.
Ooh.
But anyways, I mean, I guess I'm glad we lost because you get a better draft pick, but man, I really wanted to fucking win that game yesterday.
Bro, can we talk about how can we talk about how funny it was in overtime that Russell Wilson comes running out as the team captain for the coin toss with his fucking helmet on?
I know.
The dude is such a fucking nerd. Yeah. He is such a fucking nerd.
It's cringe. It was cringe. I was like, why the fuck is Russell Wilson out there for the coin toss with his helmet on? Even Jared Goff was wearing a baseball hat.
Yeah, and he was playing.
And he was actually playing. Yeah.
Congratulations on being the first team officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Can we talk about Jameis Winston's speech before the game? I still don't know what it means.
I didn't see it. What did he say?
Oh my God, what was it? He said, "We outside, but we inside." I don't know what that means. But everyone was like,
it is 100% the strangest quarterback room in the NFL. Jackson Dart, who has kind of his own kind of flair and personality as it is. Russell Wilson, the world's biggest fucking try-hard nerd queer. And then Jameis Winston, who is just insane all the time.
He's nuts.
What a weird quarterback room.
If you watch the video on X, his teammates, they don't understand it either, but they're like, okay, yeah, we're dialed in. I don't get what the hell you're saying right now, but let's go.
Jameis Winston wants to be a Giant, man. He wants to be a Giant, I think, probably for the rest of his career. If he had his choice, he would.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Jameis Winston wants to be on any team that'll have him.
Could be.
I think that's how he is with all these plays. Whether he's with the Saints, whether he's with the Browns, it's always how he is.
Yeah. But after the game, he was so excited about that touchdown. He's like, "I will do anything for this team. I will go out there and I will be the best tight end for this team if that's what they choose for me to do. I had a lot of fun today, but ultimately we lost, and it's a loss on the record book." I do love that guy, man. He's fun.
Yeah, don't want him as my quarterback, but he is fun. I do.
I still think he proves that, if they would have put him in instead of Russ in some of those games that Jackson Dart went out, they wouldn't have blown those leads.
I think
Jameis Winston doesn't play defense.
He's also just as likely to throw a fucking pick as he is to do something spectacular.
I'd rather go down in flames though with him than with Russ.
I probably agree. Vikings Packers. Speaking of going down in flames, 9. J.J. McCarthy. Rough game for J.J. McCarthy. And I know it's convenient that after another miserable performance, J.J. McCarthy mysteriously, although he was able to finish the game perfectly fine once again, mysteriously has another injury. This time he's in concussion protocol, apparently, even though he's able to finish the game fine. And honestly, if the motherfucker had been concussed, you wouldn't have been able to tell a difference. He played so fucking shitty. He played so bad in this fucking game. You wouldn't have even be able to notice. But the Vikings got shit stomped by the Packers. I don't think the Packers necessarily played all that fucking great. They weren't able to run the ball really that efficiently without Josh Jacobs out. You did rack up the yards because that's pretty much just what it was. It was a controlled game, but that defense just mauled. They mauled JJ McCarthy. How many sacks did he take? It felt like 6 or 7. Five sacks for JJ McCarthy, 2 picks. I think he had a fumble as well. He did have a fumble, but he was able to recover. Okay. But just rough sled, man. And if you're the Minnesota Vikings, how retarded do you feel that Sam Darnold is out there with the Seattle Seahawks doing the things that he's doing, and you pushed all your chips in on 9 on JJ McCarthy without ever really seeing him play?
I love it. Fuck this guy. I love it, man. You think that Russell Wilson is one of the corniest dudes in the league? JJ McCarthy is a very close second.
You want to know why he all of a sudden has a concussion, is not playing? It's not because he was playing bad.
It's because Kevin O'Connell beat the fuck out of him after the game.
That could be true too. But no, he doesn't want to get in front of the Sam Darnold revenge game next week.
Ooh.
Against that Seahawks defense. He knows it's going to be an ass whooping.
Is that the game next week?
Yep. They have to go to Seattle.
Wow. And JJ's not going to be
he's
there.
Not playing. What a bitch.
Bro, I actually love how this is portrayed. Vikings play struggling quarterback McCarthy in protocol because that's what it feels like. It feels like he's not really injured. They just need to get him off the field for a while.
He just stinks. Yeah.
It just sucks.
They're going to start an undrafted rookie quarterback against Seattle. That
for
poor
next
guy.
Week, the spread, the opening spread for that game, Seattle minus 10.5. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a pretty pedestrian game for this for this Green Bay offense that was really in control the entire time. A big game for the defense for sure. JJ McCarthy with a couple bad picks as well. So rough game for old 9.
You know what I hate about the game? I still don't know if the Packers are good or not.
I know. Right. I don't think they
are.
I'm like, when I'm looking at the Bears' upcoming games against the Packers, I'm hoping for a split. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for, and I think we'll probably see a split. Yeah, I think the Bears win the game against the Browns. It's going to be tough to beat the Eagles. It's going to be tough to beat the Niners. It's going to be tough to beat the Packers twice. I think we can beat them once. And then one game against the Niners game. I think it's I want to say it's at San Fran. Let me check.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
I got it right here. It's easy.
Okay.
It is at San Fran.
Oh man, I was gonna say I'd like you guys if it was home.
See, this is the way I see it playing out for them, and I'm just being realistic. I think we lose to the Eagles. I think we lose to the Packers away. I think we beat the Browns, and then I think we beat the Packers at home, and then I think we lose to the Niners. And that Lions game, with the way we got fucking shit stomped by them, I do think the team's playing better, and maybe we'll be healthy by then, but it's tough for me to see them getting that win if this is something the Lions desperately need for playoff seeding or to win the North or whatever it might be. You know what I mean?
But it's so much better that game's in Chicago than in Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Because that late in the season, who knows what the weather's going to be like, and if it's a weather game, we've seen Jared Goff out in the weather. It's terrible. So I kind of like you guys in that matchup.
Yeah, we'll see.
Granted that you guys get healthier, of course.
We fucking need it. Seahawks Titans. What started off as an absolute drumming turned into actually a game at the end. It looked like the Seahawks were just fucking cruising. Smith and Jigma putting up monster numbers in the fucking first half. I feel like he had 130 yards or something in the first half. That's what it felt like anyway, and a couple touchdowns. But the Titans, started coming back in the second half of this game and actually made a game of this thing. Got it to within a score at the end, although it was right at the very fucking end. but Seahawks not able to cover. What were they favored by 12 or something?
12.5. Yeah.
Yeah, 12.5.
That garbage time, 43 seconds left touchdown screwed everyone.
Right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here. But, Cam Ward put him 250 yards, threw the ball a lot, 42 times throwing the football. But now I didn't get to watch a ton of this game, honestly, because I was watching Red Zone for most of it. So I didn't get to watch a ton of it.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I didn't get to see too much of it because I was watching the Giants in Red Zone. But, good job, Tennessee, going in there. What did they say, Will? Good teams win, but great teams cover.
That's right, dude. Tennessee's been home for like 4 straight weeks, and they got another home game coming up. It's crazy because they had a bye week. So all of November, they've been home. But no, it started off. It was Seattle was running away with this, and then it started off with a punt return. Real good punt return by I guess his name is spelled Dyke, but his name's DK, I guess is how you say it. DK.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, speaking of mispronouncing names, y'all hear Tom Brady?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Tom Brady. Yeah. Man, that one was wild.
The best part was him laughing.
Yeah. Because he laughed and said, "Pardon me" or "Excuse me," and then pronounced it right. But he was laughing after he did it.
And to be clear, in the same way, like if you had someone named Nickerson, like that's what it sounded like. It sounded like Knicker, like the New York Knickerbockers instead of the N-word, right?
Yeah.
But bro, it was funny as shit.
It was funny.
I didn't know I could like that guy anymore. Yeah. No, hey, Cam Ward, though, I give him shit all the time, but he had a pretty decent game. They could have rolled over and gave up real easy, but they kept fighting, and that's a good Seahawks defense. Seattle, thank God they won. I had them in Survivor. I checked my phone because I was out and about in Seattle when I had last saw the score. They were way up, and the next thing I know, it's like, oh, it's a game here. We got 30-24. And I was like, are you kidding me? But then I saw it was like 43 seconds left. I go, okay, they're going to win. But good little fight there by the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving up. 1-10, not giving up for that Titans team. This game, another overtime game, Colts Chiefs. We had 2 overtime games in that first little bit, I believe. We had Giants Lions and we had Colts Chiefs. And dude, it's exactly like what I fucking said was going to happen when I picked the fucking Colts. I was like, I'm finally giving up on them. I'm finally writing them off. And they're going to do something somehow, some way, and come back and fucking win this game. And I do not want to hear any of y'all motherfuckers in the chat talking about the refs. The Chiefs got fucked over by the refs a couple times in this game, including a touchdown getting taken off the board over a phantom face mask call. Bad calls happen in the NFL, shockingly. But if you're the Colts, you got to feel really shitty about letting this one get away from you. You had some opportunities, especially down there in the red zone, to try to fucking punch it in, and you could not. And you had an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, and you just gave it up to the Kansas City Chiefs and let them keep their season. And obviously, if they would have lost, it wouldn't have been the end of their fucking playoff hopes. It would have been 5-6 and would have needed a lot of things to go right and would have needed to beat a lot of good teams. But it feels like they let him off the hook in this one.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they shut down Jonathan Taylor yesterday, and it was Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones had to win the game for him, and they looked good in the first half. In the first half specifically, but yeah, nothing going at all in the fourth quarter and in overtime.
I think we all agree that when we saw the Chiefs, 10 minutes left in the game, Chiefs were down 11. I think everyone was like, yeah, the Chiefs are going to find a way to win this game, aren't they? Especially when they got the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion. It was like, okay, they're going to find a way to win this game. But I think this says more about the Colts. God, you had a chance to put them away. Like Ryan said, that they wouldn't have knocked them out, but I mean, you would have really deflated this team and everyone would have been excited if the Colts had beat the Chiefs in this game. But I think it says more about Steichen and this coaching staff. It seemed like in the second half they didn't trust Daniel Jones. I mean, they went. I think they went
wrong? Here's the question: are they wrong for not trusting him?
No, but I'm just saying
they are.
I don't either. But I mean, you got 4 straight punts in the fourth quarter. I guess three punts in the fourth quarter, 1 in overtime. It's like you gotta open up the playbook and just risk it with him, or else this is what's going to happen. You get conservative. You're going to go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and then you're giving Kansas City a chance.
Well, he didn't have any turnovers yesterday, did he? So, I mean, like, he's played fairly well for the majority of this season. Yeah, there's a few games where he had a few picks and stuff like that. But, I mean, for the most part, Daniel Jones has turned this team around. So, if this is your fucking guy who won the starting job over who was going to be the face of your franchise, and you're turning over the reins to Daniel Jones, who's probably going to get a contract extension, these are the games where you got to fucking trust him. These are the games where you got to open it up. When it's close against the Kansas City Chiefs, this is not the spot where you play conservative in the fourth quarter, because that's when the Chiefs will step on your throat and they'll fucking beat you. This is when you got to open it up and trust your guy.
And that's what I was meaning, was like they played to hang on to a lead, not to win the game in that fourth quarter. And you can't do that against the Chiefs. And then Rashee Rice woke up in the second half. I think he had like 100-something yards in the second half. I mean, they just kept feeding that guy the ball. It was a really impressive comeback by Kansas City. You wonder though how many more times they can do this. It seems like they just push themselves to the limit every single week. I hope it's not the case on Thursday. I swear, if they lose to the Cowboys, I'm gonna freak out.
Oh, about both them and the Cowboys now back in the hunt, baby, with these wins. Yeah, and I guess when it comes to Daniel Jones, I do think that Daniel Jones is an upgrade for them. But this is a team that, with fucking abysmal quarterback play and controversies and problems and sliding people in and out, they went 8-9 last year, right? So really, I think Daniel Jones being solid improves the team. I think in the last couple weeks, you've seen Daniel Jones at what you can expect from him normally, which is not terrible, right? Which is not a fucking terrible quarterback, a solid quarterback who's going to be a game manager most of the time while you lean on Jonathan Taylor and that run game. When that run game gets taken away, is Daniel Jones a guy that can go win you games? That's a question that the Colts are going to have to ask themselves down the stretch. And I don't know if that's him. But we shall see. Luckily for them, not many people would be able to limit Jonathan Taylor. So it's kind of a moot point most games. Because he's been a fucking animal most of this year.
And back to that Seahawks game real quick. I forgot to mention this. JSN might break the all-time record. Dude already broke.
Calvin Johnson had, what, 1967 or something, right?
Yeah, 19 something like that, 19 something. But he basically needs to get like 650 yards, and they got 6 games left.
He's broken the Seattle Seahawks single season receiving yards record by week 12.
Yeah. Right now, looks like he's projected for over 2,000 receiving yards.
Yes. He's on pace to break it.
He's on pace to break it.
Him and Miles, I mean, we haven't got the Browns game, but Myles Garrett's on pace. He might, in the next 2 weeks, break the all-time sacks record.
Shatter it. He might get it on Caleb Williams. 1964. I said 67. I was really fucking close for a random statistic. So
yeah,
I remember that CJ season when he was going for it. Fucking Megatron.
If he breaks it, he has to get to 2,000, right? I mean, you can't just barely break it. You got to break that.
What's the sack record? 22 and a half.
22 and a half. Michael Strahan and J.J. Watt. And Myles Garrett has what, 15? 16?
18.
Fuck.
He's going to get it.
He's got that thing in the bag.
He's going to get it.
Jets, Ravens. This was not the game. This is not the way I think that the Ravens wanted this thing to look, especially in the first half, dude. They looked fucking anemic in the first half.
This was a horrible game in the first half.
Absolutely anemic. Now, it never felt like they were really going to lose the game because they were playing against the Jets. I do think it's ironic that Tyrod Taylor probably had more passing yards than the last 4 Justin Fields games combined. But still not enough for them. Breece Hall had a really bad fumble in this game too that really kind of changed the fucking momentum for this Jets team, for the Ravens. I think they got the ball back and scored off of that. The Ravens ain't looking great, man. Like the first half, it felt like the Ravens could do nothing. And then do get a couple touchdowns in that third quarter, and that felt like it was out of reach for this Jets offense by that point. But I feel like, although they win by 13, it didn't feel like a dominating performance like it should have felt throughout the entire thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. The Ravens look awful. They're are not a competitive football team. They'll find their way out of the AFC playoffs. I think. When you struggle like this against the Jets, yeah, there's no excuse. They're just a bad football team.
The rare win that feels like a loss.
Right.
If you told me that there was a team and you say, hey, that team's trying to tank and lose games, I would have, if you would have showed me this game, I'd be like, oh yeah, the Jets are trying to lose games, because I don't mind them being aggressive and going for it on fourth down and whatnot. But the play calling they chose and like some of the situational stuff, it's like you didn't need to go for it there. You had a lead at that point. It's just the Jets, they're so bad. It looks like they're intentionally trying to lose games out there, which they might be. Who knows?
I mean, look, I can tell you from experience, if they were trying to intentionally lose games, Justin Fields would still be their quarterback. Okay. It's not what's happening. It's not what's happening. Let's get to a couple super chats before we get to the next game. Oh, by the way, Derrick Henry, another 2 touchdowns in this game, Beardo.
Washed. 65 yards, washed.
And I think he passed like 5 different players on the all-time like rushing list, like Edgerrin James and
he's
Falk or somebody. I don't fucking remember who.
He's a bum.
He's really close to being top 10. It's crazy. By the end of the season, he's going to be top 10.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Old and washed. Cole Hauser for 2. Another fried chicken bet, Ryan. I don't know what the chicken bet would be, Cole Hauser. Puro pinche Cowboys. Jerry and Eagles still suck, says Bearded Sports Psych. We'll get to that game. McCawk with 5 Sports Wars gifted memberships. Thank you, McCawk. American Man, how about them Cowboys? Largest comeback ever. That's nothing for a Broncos team that got to play the Giants. Dak is now the new franchise passing yards leader, and shout out to the GOAT for using the N-word. Dak has more passing yards than anyone else in Dallas Cowboy history, past Tony Romo during the game.
How sad is that?
I mean,
for a decorated franchise like the Cowboys with Roger Staubach, you got
Aikman,
Troy Aikman, Drew Bledsoe, Tony Romo, and Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott's number 1. That's sorry.
Well, Bledsoe didn't play there long enough, but like it is. I think it goes Staubach, Aikman, Tony Romo, Dak now.
Yeah, Romo was there for a while. Sad, plus, the game has changed so much now, though. I mean, like when Aikman was playing, they weren't throwing it as much as they're throwing it now.
Yeah, Aikman's. If you look at Aikman's numbers, he looks like the 31st best quarterback in the NFL today.
Still better than Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that. Yes. Where else? Where was I? Please skip my game in the rundown, says Chris Coran. No. Got to talk about it, unfortunately. Bama Rammer for 5. Did you see Raider fans and Geno Smith both flipping each other off in a tumultuous relationship?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Raiders fans are sick, and why wouldn't they be? We might as well get to that game. A disgusting, frustrating game for the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm so sad that this is how Shedeur Sanders gets a win. I really am. And even before the game, I said it was a petty pick for me to pick the Raiders because the Raiders are so fucking bad. But I did it anyway. And Shedeur Sanders gets his first win. The first Browns quarterback to get his first win in his first game starting in like 17 years or
out of the last 17 starters.
Out of the last 17 starters. There it is.
Yeah.
A miserable franchise. And Shedeur had a couple like eye-opening plays. You know, he had the one where he fucking rolled out and threw a bomb like 58 yards. He had another nice completion to Jerry Jeudy at one point. Then, of course, his touchdown is a screen pass that gets thrown 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage and fucking breaks it open for 68 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he gets it. He did throw a bad pick, but Shedeur Sanders gets the fucking win, and I'm so sick because that's all we're going to fucking hear about is this retarded bitch. I fucking hate him so much.
Yeah.
Mostly I hate him because of the media, and I hate him because of his father, and I hate him because he's an arrogant piece of shit.
Well, he is arrogant. And his comments after the game, like before and after the game, it's like, they found a starter in me, man. Like, I'm the starter of this team. And they announced that he's going to be the starter going forward for the rest of the year this morning. But after the game, he pretty much announced himself that he's going to be the starter for the rest of the season for the Browns. Like, all right. I thought it was interesting early in the game. for the Browns' first 2 possessions, once they got down to the goal line, they ran Wildcat the entire time.
They gave Judkins the ball in Wildcat. Took Shador out a lot in this
game. They took Shador out
and
ran Wildcat on the goal line. That was eye-opening to me. That shows
worked.
me that they don't trust the guy on the goal line.
I mean, it worked. I mean, Judkins had 2 first-quarter touchdowns. I mean.
Yeah, but isn't that weird, though? That's weird. That tells me that they don't trust Shador on the goal line.
The Browns?
Of course they don't. Well, to defend him a little bit, I guess here, like, of course they don't trust him. He was the 3rd string fucking quarterback.
Well, if they don't trust him, they just run Wildcat the entire fucking game.
Because you can't. That has been proven in the NFL that you can't anymore.
Yeah, they can do it.
They could not successfully. They couldn't.
The Dolphins did it with Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams.
They did it 1 year, and what happened the next year when they tried that shit?
Well, didn't they bring in Pennington after that?
Oh, it's because everyone adjusted to be able to play the fucking Wildcat.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's reasonable that you don't trust your 3rd string fucking rookie quarterback with a ton. With that being said, I'm so sick of the way he's getting treated and adored by the fucking media. They won the game. They did win the game. But this Raiders team has imploded. Chip Kelly just got fired. They can't do anything. They have maybe the worst offensive line in fucking football. They traded away their best wide receiver. They signed an aging Tyler Lockett. Geno Smith looks like he's going out of his fucking mind. He's fighting with fans on the sidelines, flipping fans off as he's going in the tunnel and all this shit. They're getting booed. If any of us thought that Pete Carroll was going to bring some semblance of like, he knows what he's doing and he's going to bring good energy to this building, it has been the opposite of that. The Raiders have been a fucking shit show. Completely.
Yeah, they're terrible. And I
Who do you
feel
think
bad
was
for Pete
happier?
Carroll.
Who do you think was happier, Dion or Mel Kiper? Because I mean, it took in 11 games. Cam Ward only has 1 win. Took Shador only 1 start. He's got a win. You know, Mel was feeling good about himself. But let's talk about Myles Garrett. I think the Browns had 10 sacks in this game.
Yes.
If they're going to fire anyone, they should be firing the O-line coach for the Raiders. Oh, wait, they can't. That's Pete Carroll's son.
Shit, is it?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's Pete Carroll's son.
But they did fire Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator, got fired this morning.
Which I don't disagree with, but I'm like, if you're paying this man $6 million, you're clearly going nowhere this season. Why don't you just ride it out and get your money's worth for the year, then fire him? But they needed blood for something.
This is the funniest thing, right? Shador had a QBR of 8.7 in this game.
Fuck.
And he's getting celebrated, man.
Dude,
Like,
when I saw his bomb that he threw, and I was like, "Holy cow! Okay, that was a good play." And then I didn't see I didn't see his touchdown pass, but I just saw like a thing on X or highlight. It said, "Oh, Shador threw a 66-yard touchdown pass." I go, "He threw another bomb? What the hell?" And I go look at the highlight, and I go, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Yeah,
great awareness. Hey, great awareness though by him to know to check it down right there. That was great. Me and my Browns finally got a win.
Bro, I saw people being like Shador Sanders dick riders that because people were like, wow, really impressive to throw that fucking screen pass sideways. Incredible fucking talent from Shador. And they're like, some people can't do that. And they showed like one clip of Dylan Gabriel missing on a screen pass. And they were like, see, this is why Shador is him. It's like, holy fuck.
Hey, I love it because you just put Shador in everything and praise him, and you get so many clicks on the internet, especially on YouTube. Some of my shorts I made, they're doing pretty good.
Oh, man. This game, another overtime game. I was feeling very nervous about this one. The Jags suck, man. I fucking hate the Jags so much. They're not any good. Trevor Lawrence isn't any good. And They keep finding some ways to sneak away with victories and to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat every once in a while. And it didn't help that it was the Arizona Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett and all the problems that they have going on there. They could not run the ball for the life of them in this game. But Jacksonville somehow in overtime, despite 3 interceptions, including some terrible picks from Trevor, they fucking win this game.
Never a doubt, man. Never a doubt. Trevor Lawrence, top 10 quarterback in this league. Dude's a stud. Dude's a baller. He's a football player.
So listen, some people like to go
Look
to
at
theme
that
parks.
38 QBR.
Some people like to go to theme parks
Awesome.
and pay money for a thrill and like hop on a roller coaster. I just like to bet on the Jags because that is a 3-hour roller coaster because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're very like the one thing you can say about the Jags is over the last several weeks, they've got that run game going. And even really since the beginning of the season, ETN started going off in the beginning of the season. That's why they traded away what's his nuts. But so they have that has been fairly consistent for them, which has been a good thing because it is sometimes puzzling, the kind of play we get from Trevor Lawrence at times. It looked like Jacoby Brissett was going to be out. He took a hard hit on the sideline, had to come out for a play, and Keaton Slovis came in for a play or two. But yeah, dude, Jacoby Brissett. And look, there's a chance next week we get a Jacoby Brissett versus what's his fucking nuts? Baker's backup. What's his name?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. It's a chance we get a Jacoby Brissett, Teddy Bridgewater matchup next week. Ugh.
Can't wait, Chris. Can't wait. Super excited.
Dude, hey, the Jags, they've got a fairly easy schedule to finish this. Don't be surprised if they end up with 11 wins. I ended up last weekend, bought a ticket on them to win their division. Everyone's talking about Jags being terrible and Houston's a sneaky team to come back and win it. If you look at their schedule remaining, they've got 4 pretty much should be wins. Now it's the Jags, you never know. But I mean, they still face the Titans twice.
Yeah, so Titans, Colts, Jets, Broncos, Colts, Titans. So 3 wins right there. That's 10. And if they can they got 2 games against the Colts, 1 against the Broncos. So
I think they'll get 1 from those Colts. Colts always play awful down in Jacksonville.
Can we also talk about how Travis Hunter's done and like it just doesn't matter? Been absolutely no impact on this team, Travis Hunter being hurt. Like I think that Travis Hunter is going to go down in history as one of the biggest, most hyped fucking it's tough to say bust, but like just people who aren't going to matter going forward. You know what I mean? I just don't think that Travis Hunter is going to have any lasting impact ever in the NFL.
I've been saying that since he won the Heisman. I've been on that. Him and Marvin Harrison Jr. Although I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is actually better than Travis Hunter.
He is, which
Travis is the only nice thing I've ever said about Marvin Harrison Jr. Beardo knows.
It's true because like he is actually a complete wide receiver skill set wise. Sometimes you wonder if the effort's there or not. I feel like Travis Hunter's so raw, and I feel like I feel like his highest ceiling is if he plays DB. But you don't draft a guy number 2 overall to be a fucking lockdown corner. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking Ninja Turtle looking ass.
What they gave up to get him. Oh man.
Yeah, I just think it's not going to go well when it's all said and done for him. Eagles-Cowboys.
What a game.
What a fucking game. Like I basically walked away for a period of time because I'm like, oh my God, they were just getting the shit stomped out of them. The Eagles were up 21-0 in this game. And it looked like it was done. It looked like it was over. It looked like it didn't fucking matter. And Dallas just kept going and moving the ball, and Philadelphia could not move the ball, especially in the fourth quarter of this fucking game. And they let this Dallas Cowboys team come back. And really, I mean, I felt like the Cowboys should have scored. They went for it on 4th down when they were down there and didn't convert. I felt like they should have scored a touchdown there. CeeDee Lamb had a ball right in his breadbasket. He just couldn't secure it because of some good defense, but it was right fucking there. And they managed to get that fucking ball back and kick a field goal. And this is a Dallas team that is now legitimately in the hunt for a playoff spot at 5-5-1, which with the way they started the season, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Great late game comeback for the Cowboys, and it was really those 2 key fumbles, one on Dallas defense, and then special teams. That kick return, where the guy who was getting beat up, and then that's been posted everywhere on social media after what a play. He was getting beat up off of the line, and then went and targeted the ball and put his helmet on the ball and knocked it out. And then Saquon with that fumble late in the game too. Hell of an ending to this football game last night.
A lot of people in the chat are saying Clowney was one of the most overhyped draft picks. Clowney, I mean, he might not have lived up to the potential, but that dude is still, I mean, he's on the Cowboys. He's still making $6 million a year and still has a job. He's just a mercenary. Clowney is a good, solid player that you want on your team. He might not be a J.J. Watt or, Myles Garrett, but he's not like what we're talking about with Travis Hunter.
It's obviously early and he got hurt. And I think Travis Hunter is viewed more as a developmental project than, I mean, Clowney felt like he was a beast that was going to fucking dominate coming in, Well,
Clowney's real draft stock was based off of that one fucking play.
Yeah. Against Michigan.
Against Michigan, correct.
Yeah.
But this game here, the rare, I think we can finally say this, the rare time a team makes the worst trade in NFL history or in the NFL that season, and then also makes the best trade that season. George Pickens for a 3rd round pick. That's a steal. That might be
Pickens was playing out of his fucking mind. He even got his dick grabbed in the middle of the fucking game. You see that?
He had 9 targets and caught all 9 of them.
Did you see one of the players was playing with a ankle monitor?
What?
That was on Twitter this morning. Somebody zoomed in, and it was in this game. I don't remember if it was an Eagles player. Probably was an Eagles player because they're all fucking criminals and scumbags.
Jalen Carter.
So one of the players was playing with the fucking ankle monitor, like whatever, like
Are we sure it was a police ankle monitor, or was one of those ones that they can wear to monitor your health and shit? It
was blinking red. It had a blinking red light. I don't know. I've never worn an ankle monitor, but it looked like it. I just thought that was funny. I thought that was funny.
It'd be tough for me to identify. But yeah, Pickens especially had one catch down the side. It was like a 40-yard fucking catch where he just went up and high pointed and came down with it. And Tom Brady with his Tom Brady with his exclamations on the broadcast. And speaking of Tom Brady on the Fox broadcast, he was in the booth for this Eagles-Cowboys game. And I've grown to like Tom Brady announcing.
Me too.
I think it was a little rough when he first started. He's definitely grown on me in the booth. And I like hearing him talk about football. He went a little bit viral last night. And it was for this.
Just blasting through Landon Dickerson right there.
Blasting through. Now look, Tom, we'll give it one more listen. You guys can hear it.
Just blasting through Landon Dickerson right there.
The best part about this clip is not Tom Brady's flub. It is his laugh when he realizes what he just fucking said. And now he's trying to say Dickerson, and to me, it felt like he was trying to say Nickerson, like New York Knickerbockers, like that type of pronunciation. But Tom, it's national television, man. It's national television. And of course, I'm sure you guys saw all the fucking memes going around today.
Yes, all of them.
Tom Brady moving in Dallas. Tom Brady when Jalen Hurts gets sacked. If you know this guy, you know what that clip is.
Yep.
Tom Brady on national television. Jalen Hurts gets sacked. Tom Brady just dropped the N-word on live television.
I think what made it worse, well, it made it better, but made it worse to grab everyone's attention is that he said "excuse me" instead of
just rolling with it.
Yeah, just correcting himself. He laughs and says "excuse me."
This one's good.
I don't know if
that's a great one.
That one's a good one.
And I don't even think. Oh, the MAGA hat, of course. I don't even think we've heard anything. Like about, I don't think he's like issued it. He doesn't need to. It's whatever.
No,
it's not a fucking big deal.
It's
but it was really
mistake.
fucking funny on the game of the week, basically, to hear this shit.
Yeah. Honest mistake, man. We'll all forget about it by next Sunday.
NFL memes will repost it every day for Twitter ad revenue, probably.
Could be.
But I mean, what is it? I mean, the Eagles just gave this fucking one away, and it's like man, it felt like an AJ Brown's in the mix and he scores a touchdown and it's like, oh shit, doesn't matter if they can't fucking run the ball right now. The Eagles moving it, dude, 21 points. And then they just fucking collapse and can't do shit. This Eagles team, man, it's just so tough to know what the fuck they are.
Well, when you have Saquon Barkley back there and Jalen Hurts is your leading rusher, that is not good.
Yeah, when they went up 21-0, I was like, oh shit. Like they got AJ Brown involved. He scored a touchdown. I'm like, they finally figured it out. Like the Eagles they're back. They're gonna be a threat both through the air and on the ground. And then they just absolutely collapsed. Can't do anything after that. Saquon had 22 yards rushing. I know, and this is the reason why I was staying away, or I didn't feel good about the Eagles on my pick, but I didn't like bet a ton on this game or anything like that. But I wanted to see what happened with Lane Johnson being out, and maybe Dallas with those trades that they made and the new pieces they have. I mean, they've only in 2 games, they've only given up 96 rushing yards in 2 games now, which if you would have saw the first half of the season, you would have said, how is that possible with this Dallas defense? But I think it speaks more to the Philly offensive line and Lane Johnson being out and then them just not knowing what the hell to do.
I think Nick Sirianni needs to be fired right now.
Who does?
Nick Sirianni.
I fucking hate Sirianni so much, but
a
lot of people in the chat saying this, Beardo. Saquon, is he washed now?
He's washed, man. He's done. 1-year wonder in Philly. And we don't want him back on the Giants either. I think
you got Scattaboo. You're solid, right?
We're solid with Scattaboo next year. I think what Saquon needs to do is he needs to collect all the Infinity Stones of the NFC East, go play for the Redskins, go play for the Cowboys, and then wrap it up.
You would hate him if he joined the Cowboys.
I already do. He's fucking dead to me.
Bro, I like Javonte Williams, man. I like how he's playing in Dallas right now. He has been a revolution for them from the beginning of the season. Got some hard yards down there for them. Falcons Saints. This is my worst pick of the week, man. Picking the Saints to fucking win this game.
You guys. I tried warning you.
Picking the Saints to win this game. I think Kamara, he played in the game, then immediately went out with an injury, didn't he? Because he was questionable heading into the game.
Wait, who?
Kamara. Yeah, he went out real early. Yeah.
Yeah, he got 3 touches. I think they were all in the first drive, and he went out. And I think that was obviously a big hurdle for them. Taysom Hill looked like absolute dog shit, Beardo. You picked him to fucking score a touchdown or some shit, and he had a lot of opportunities, and he's why is Taysom Hill still in the fucking league? Like, can we just be honest? Remember Sean Payton was like, he's the next Steve Young, and he's still hanging around for some reason, making a fuck ton of money to do nothing.
I know he's been beat to hell, but like that dude looks so old walking around out there. Like when I was like, he looks like a 40-year-old man out there trying to run the ball, which his body probably does feel like it's 40 after all the abuse he's taken over the years. But still, I was shocked when they were trying to do some wildcat or have him run the ball and whatnot. It was pretty bad. And I'm like, Beardo picked this guy to get a touchdown, huh?
I just felt like he was due. He hasn't had a touchdown all year. I'm like, you know what? He's due. He's due for a touchdown. But yeah, no.
I don't know if Justin Fields has ever had a 400 or 500 yard passing performance. Doesn't mean he's fucking due. Just means it'll never happen.
But the answer to your question, why Taysom Hill's still in the league, because he's smart, because he's making a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, he did do that.
When you look at the amount of money he's made versus like how useful he is, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But Kirk Cousins comes in and didn't look pretty at times, but they got it done. And the Falcons have improved to 4-7. They broke their 5-game losing streak. Is that what they had at this point? And you know who was due? The Falcons were due for a win, Beardo.
I know. Yeah, what's even crazier is the fact that I picked the Saints yesterday. What a fucking bonehead decision that was. Me and Ryan both picked the Saints. What are we doing? Betting against you like that Kirk Cousins. It'll never happen again. As long
he
as
even
they're playing
gifted
the
them
Saints.
a pick 6 and they still won.
Exactly. When that happened, I was like, okay. But I mean,
that's exactly what went through my mind.
Especially at the end of this game, the Saints had so many opportunities. I felt like they were inside the 5.
Yeah.
And went for it, didn't get it. And then they got inside the 5 again and were forced to kind of kick a field goal, I think. right? Is that
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
went
When I
down?
saw that pick six, I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna get shit from Ryan and Beardo if the Saints win this game now because Kirk Cousins just looked like Kirk Cousins." But yeah, he did enough to get the win. Kirk Cochains is back, baby.
Coach Haynes.
I mean,
I don't know what to do next week with the Saints and the Dolphins. I don't know what to do in that game.
Is Justin Tucker? Is he eligible?
He's
to count
available.
with the team. He's available.
He's
Since
available.
when? Last week.
last
Yeah,
week I
yeah.
think he was eligible to come back.
He tried out with the Saints today.
Mhm.
Good for him. Good for
Why
him.
are they? I mean, maybe that's the only team he can get an interview with or whatever. But I'm like, why are the Saints trying to get a kicker right now?
I would say, I mean, if Young Hoku wasn't, kicking for the Giants, I'd take Justin Tucker immediately.
You should take him anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like look, Cairo's made some big kicks for us this year. Cairo's made some big kicks, but it is still kind of infuriating that my kicker can only kick about 51 yards. You know what I mean? That's like his fucking range. That's difficult to deal with. So my boy Cairo,
way,
go ahead.
We forgot to mention this. Aubrey was one of my favorite kickers in the league. He is dead to Beardo and I, by the way.
Yep. One
Missing
field
a
goal
51
yesterday.
yarder.
He missed the 51.
missed one.
Yeah.
We needed him to get two.
I had a kicker prop going yesterday. I needed him for 2 field goals yesterday. I would have won like fucking $300.
It was
Yeah,
actually
he's dead
really
to us.
funny because I was thinking about
Fuck
your
that guy.
bet because you were like, when we were picking this game, because you did pick the Cowboys. I picked the Eagles. I think Will picked the Eagles.
Yeah.
You picked the Cowboys to win.
I picked the
So
Cowboys.
You got that one right. But you did say, I think it's going to be a big day for Brandon Aubrey. Brandon Aubrey's going to be huge in this game for the Cowboys.
I said he might break the record.
I know it, but no, you said he's going to have a big game. Like it's going to be a
I
big
said
Brandon
that too.
Aubrey
Yeah.
game. And he,
Yeah.
by the time the game and regulation was over, he had no fucking field goals.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that bet during that time. But
Dead
he
to
made
it.
the one that mattered, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking
And then this game, this
scumbag.
was rough to fucking watch, dude.
This was rough to watch.
Yeah.
Baker gets hurt in this game in the first half. Maybe it was because he was flinging his body around, pounding into dudes for a first down and shit. I don't know. But then even though he was injured, they dragged him back out there to throw like a 70-yard fucking Hail Mary, and he went down in pain at the end of the first half. And I do think it sounds like it's a sprained AC joint. Excuse me, a sprained AC joint in his left shoulder. I think that if it's just an issue of pain tolerance, I think Baker plays, man. I think they shoot him up, they fucking numb him up, and he goes out there and plays. As long as it's just a fucking pain tolerance issue, because it's his left fucking shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Numb that shit up and go, Baker. Numb that shit up and go.
Oh, I 100% believe if this was like a 7-14 game at half, he would have came out in the second half. He would have been out there. RIP to anyone that had the over. They scored 38 points in the first half and 3 in the second. So you did not hit your over. That sucks. I was wondering about this game. Usually in the betting markets, the running backs are like the favorite to score a touchdown odds wise. Devontae Adams is like a -200 to score a touchdown. I go, what the hell is going on? I mean, I know he's having a great season, but why is he the favorite to score a touchdown? Well, here's why. Here's a crazy stat for you. Devontae Adams has 8 touchdowns in his last 5 games. They've totaled just 15 yards combined. They don't need tush push. They have a secret weapon. You just put him one-on-one on the outside. That guy's a beast.
It's fucking crazy. And I mean, it seems like Puka is the dude who's going to get you these chunk yards. And when you get in this goal line situation, fuck giving it to Kyron Williams. Fuck giving it to Blake Corum. Just fucking throw it up for Devontae. And him and Stafford they have it right now, man.
Did you see them laughing on the sidelines? He's like, I was just like a little fadeaway to you.
Yeah, so 48 receptions, 12 touchdowns. So every 4th catch for Devontae Adams is a fucking TD.
Yeah.
Dude, I was looking
played
at his
absolutely
career
insane last
stats.
night, man.
His career stats are insane. I think because he had those couple years where he was kind of off and on shitty teams and whatnot, and those lost years, people forgot how actually good Devontae Adams is. I think he has over 12,000 career receiving. Was it? Yeah, 12,000 career receiving yards. He's averaging 12.4 yards per catch, and he has 115 TDs. And that's since 2014. Just
but I mean, this game was out of hand from the very fucking get-go. That Rams offense just looks. I mean, Matthew Stafford is the MVP unless something crazy happens. I think. I mean, I think it's heavy fucking favorite has to be Matthew Stafford right now because he's playing out of his fucking mind. Let's look at his player profile really quickly. 30 touchdowns, 2 picks. I think he has gone 27 consecutive touchdowns without an interception, which I don't know if that's ever been done in history. It's a crazy fucking stat, and on arguably the best team in football right now.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Tez Johnson. I had him 5-1 to get a touchdown.
You're welcome.
Tez came through for us, Beardo, right? You called it. You called it on the show, and I was like, you know what? Beardo called it. I'm going to bet it.
Yep.
Screw Taysom Hill. I'm taking Tez.
Shout out to Tez Johnson, man. He's a gamer.
And Net Steeler says Rams actually tackle the ball carrier, not just try to grab and pull at the football. Well, to be honest, that's not what they did with Kate Auden, fucking for that pick 6 they got. You guys see that play?
Dude, he put that right in his stomach. That was wild. I thought they were going to overturn it because his knee was down, but they're like, no.
Well, his knee was down, but he didn't have control. Like, it wasn't a catch yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, because he didn't, like, complete anything or any of that shit, didn't make a football move. He just kind of caught it and was bobbling a little bit, and his knee went down, and so it was not a catch yet. So he couldn't be down. It was a very crazy play. Very crazy play. But it was the right call, but it's just weird. One of those weird fucking plays. And now tonight, guys.
Yes, sir.
Actually, let's get to Super Chats, then we'll get to the game tonight real quick. Eric K. Raiders fired Chip Kelly. Means nothing until Mark Davis is gone. It's true. Ogden. That's Ravens level lead blowing. Matt Stranger for $20. Beardo, you're a fucking funny guy. Thanks for waking me up this morning, Ryan. Let's fucking go Panthers. Bryce Young got that dog in him. Hail Sports Wars fam. Bryce Young is about the size of a dog when compared to everybody else on the fucking field. Thank you, Matt Stranger. Thank you for the $20. Bama Rammer for $10. Fuck my life. I was so hyped and excited. Seeing a blowout in the first half until a fucking terrorist named Kevin Patullo ducked it all up, going ultra conservative. A lot of Eagles fans not happy today with the play calling. Like, this is the most disenfranchised fan base that we've ever seen for a team that's 8-3 in history. You know, it's been this way the entire fucking season for the Eagles.
Well, even last year too, man. There was so much drama even last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they just won, so we kind of all just forgot about it or thought it didn't matter.
And they handed the ball off to Saquon.
Right. But AJ Brown doesn't want to be there. There's just so much fucking drama, man. And then you got Jason Kelsey going on his podcast saying like, yeah, I hate Lane Johnson. It was terrible playing with the guy. He's a scumbag.
Well, no. That is not what he said.
I'm just paraphrasing.
Well, no, what he said was like, because he was talking about how things and riffs can develop. And he said, look, there was like an entire offseason where me and Lane had a fight. We had an argument and we didn't talk the entire fucking offseason. And that dude's like one of my best friends, like my wedding, like all of this stuff, talked about how close he was with Lane Johnson. And the fact that a stupid little like locker room dispute because of something that people said to reporters pissed them off at each other. They didn't speak for fucking months, even though they were close. And they got close again after.
But let's be honest. You look at Lane Johnson, you just want to punch that guy in the face. I mean,
go ahead and try. Go ahead and try.
You'll probably die afterwards, but I mean, it's worth a shot.
No, it's not. I'm so glad Ryan clarified that, by the way, because that was way better context than what Beardo gave.
Yeah, Beardo's just lying completely.
But mine was more fun.
Yeah, but it was a lie. Net Steeler for 2. I'm here, Ryan, taking my lumps. Fuck Rudolph. Fuck my life. Net Steeler, I appreciate it. And by the way, I got a package from you, Net Steeler, that I'm supposed to open on stream. I'll probably do it next stream that I do. I haven't looked at it yet. You told me to open it on stream. So thank you for the birthday package. I appreciate it. Co-differ for 5. Bear down, Ryan. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till the good gets better and the better gets best. That post-game Ben Johnson speech never gets old, man. Maybe when we're just consistently winning 12 or 13 games a year, maybe then it'll be a little bit old.
Whoever thought it was who came up with the idea to do those post locker room speeches, That was a good call. I just want us now to do it to the losing side. I would have loved to see Nick Sirianni's speech to his team after they blew that lead to the Cowboys. Can we get that next? You know?
That's a good. I mean, it's on the teams to post them, so that'd be good. I mean, do you see the Cowboys when they won after Nealon died and everything? And Schottenheimer was crying, but he was kind of crying like a bitch, you know. and it's like, look, that shit's emotional, man. You just had a teammate that went through a lot of shit, fucking killed himself, all these things. That's very crazy emotional, and you win this game, but like, it's kind of like when you, like, for your dad, right? Like the first time you see your dad cry or whatever, and there are just some things that you're uncomfortable and you don't want to be seen. And the way he was crying was like offensive to me. I'm like, dude, you're the fucking leader of this team, dude. Don't be a fucking queer ass pussy. Like, I get it.
That's probably what the Cowboys needed, though. If you told me there was a head coach that was crying, I'd be like, well, it's probably the Cowboys organization. Sums them up perfectly.
SCDB, I'm late and I know you went over it, but Drake May has his greatness challenge now with Campbell and the O-line. He's still milquetoast. With Campbell and the O-line out. Yes, they are banged up there on that offensive line.
It's gonna be rough.
Drake May. I think even Tom Brady said that. His QB rankings. Brady. Well, hey, picnickers. Thank you, Taker.
Hey, real quick before we get into this game, I got 2 quick stats for you that just blew my mind today.
Are they on the Will Report?
They're not on the Will Report. The Jets haven't beat Baltimore in Baltimore since 1987 when they were Baltimore Colts.
Really?
That is insane. And then also, since 2020, Tom Brady has 5 more wins than the Jets do. And he retired 3 years ago.
Hell yeah.
Probably the Giants too, huh?
He has 32. If the Giants have 32 wins since 2020, then they tied him. I'm wondering, when will the Jets pass Brady? Will they do it by next season?
I saw a number that, like, since 2018 or something like that, like the teams with the most losses in the NFL, and I think the Giants have 100 losses in that time frame, and the Jets had 99.
No, the Giants are statistically the worst team since 2020.
That might be it.
I think the Giants have the worst record in the past 5 seasons.
It might have been that, because it was like the Giants had 100 losses and the Jets had 99 losses. Both New York teams right there.
Yeah.
Now for this game, I know Carolina Panthers, they've been putting on some performances that are unexpected at times. I got San Francisco at home with Brock Purdy back there, especially after the performance they gave out last week. I'm going San Francisco in this game.
I'm going San Francisco too. I think Carolina can keep it close. 7.5. What was it yesterday? An even 7 yesterday morning? Will, was it a 5-7 yesterday?
It was even 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So 7.5. I like Carolina to cover, but I'm still picking San Francisco to win.
Yeah. By the way, the Giants have 26 wins since 2020.
Love it.
Less than the Jets.
And less than Tom Brady.
Yeah, less than Tom Brady, yes. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's like you hear a lot about this thing like called reverse line movement in the market. It's where, like, if this line opened 7.5 and like everyone was piling on the Panthers, but the line still was going out for the Niners, that would be scary. But what's scary in this one is the line was 7. All the money came in on San Francisco at 7, and the books are moving with the market, meaning like they think, okay, well, we got some respected people that are thinking the Niners are going to blow out the Panthers here. And that's why it moved out to 7.5. But the Panthers, I do think the Panthers are going to keep this close within that 7.5, but I'm taking the Niners to win. I like the under in this game, though. It was 49.5 earlier today. It looks like they moved it down to 48.5. I think the Panthers are going to be able to run the ball, move the ball in this Niners defense. I don't know if they'll be able to punch it in for a touchdown, but I didn't realize this is not only a Christian McCaffrey revenge game. This is the first time he's played the Panthers since being with the Niners. I thought he's already played them, but apparently he hasn't.
Interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe he was injured or something when they were supposed to play them, because it feels like he's been there long enough against an NFC team that he would have played them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's plus 250. He's only plus 250 to get the first touchdown.
Is this
He's
his
minus
fourth year with them?
500 to get a touchdown. Huh?
Is this year 4 with the Niners?
My
Year 4 or 5?
I think 4.
I think 4.
Let's see.
Like third full year or fourth full year? When did he get traded?
I
'Cause he
think
got
it's
traded
3.5.
mid-season, right?
I think this is his third full year. If you
His-
count the half when he got traded.
Let's see. Fucking stats.
If you scroll all the way, okay. Carolina
So
2022.
1, 2, 3. So
3.5.
he
3.5,
spent
yeah.
3.5. Yeah, this is third and a half year there, basically. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They very well could have
Feels
played them,
longer.
I guess, but
Feels longer.
maybe they played them the year he got traded. Like they'd already played him that year,
Ooh, could be.
Maybe.
and then he got traded.
Yeah.
I think
Possibility.
that year he didn't get a bye because they traded him and San Francisco had already had their bye and like Carolina hadn't.
A dude who fucking needs
Sounds
his
right.
bye badly.
Seriously.
But since there are so many games going on for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, we got to do these picks too. Usually if it's just Thursday,
Alright.
it's no problem, whatever. We got to do these picks too. Thanksgiving Day, Packers, Lions at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Didn't this game always used to be at noon?
No, Lions always have the early game.
I know they always
Yeah.
have the early game, but didn't it used to be at noon for a very long time?
I couldn't tell you because
And then this
we
game
were,
was at
we were
3:30.
we were on the West Coast. So you're telling me that it started at 9 in the morning?
I think
That
I think
doesn't
there
sound
were
right.
I think there were some, but I think Ryan's right. I think he used to start at 9 in the morning here.
Yeah, just the Thanksgiving ones. But maybe I'm just maybe I'm
I can't remember.
misremembering. But anyway, 1 p.m. Eastern, Lions Packers. This is a big fucking game, man. Big game for the
Yes.
North. Big game that I'm going to be looking at for my Chicago Bears. I got the Lions at home against the Packers. Although you got to hope the Lions wake up a little bit before they did against the fucking Giants, because another performance like that ain't going to do it. But I do have the Lions beating the Packers on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think these two teams are gonna trade. They're gonna go 500 against each other. So give me the Lions at home on Thanksgiving.
What a roller coaster of like this slate of games. At the beginning of the season, we're like, oh, this is pretty good for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then halfway through the season up to this point, it's like, oh, this is gonna be dog shit. And now Burrow's coming back to save the night game. This is going to be fun. And then the Bears Eagles, that could be for the 2 seed. The winner of that is a good shot to get the 2 seed, maybe even better. I'm going to go against my judgment here. I usually don't like fading the Lions at home, but something feels off of the Lions. I'm going to go with the Packers to get this one, even though I hate the freaking Packers. I don't know if they're good, but give me the Packers to beat the Lions in this one.
Ooh. Okay.
Who'd you pick, Beardo?
I picked the Lions.
Lions. Okay. Okay. So there is something going on with this. So the Lions Thanksgiving game has been a long-standing tradition starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern and colloquially referred to as noon, like when they start the pregame stuff. This year is the first time it's ever been at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I knew there was something weird looking at this. So I was very close to being right.
Kickoff was 9:30.
Yes.
On the West. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Chiefs Cowboys, both these teams very important for their fucking playoff hopes. The Chiefs are favored by 3 against the Cowboys. I fucking hate this game so much.
I hate it too because
I finally was ready to give up on the Chiefs this year, and then they fucking win.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it because I'm going to do it.
I am going to take the Kansas City Chiefs in the game.
Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't do it because I'm picking the Cowboys, man. This just feels like a weird spot. Like on Thanksgiving, the Chiefs just get a big win over the Colts. why does this just feel like a spot for the Chiefs to drop this one to the Cowboys? And I fucking hate the Cowboys. But I think they get the win on Thursday.
So in my Survivor contest, I've been saving the Chiefs all season long because you have to make a pick on these games and then also make a pick on the Sunday games. So I've saved the Chiefs, haven't saved any of the other teams, so I don't really feel good about any of them. So I'm riding with the Chiefs in this one. I got to think that Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes on a short week, huge advantage. I mean, both these teams are going to be playing, 3 games in 10 days. I'll give me the Chiefs and their experience doing that and the better coach and better quarterback to find a way to get it done. I don't feel great about it, but I'm going to take the Chiefs.
And then Bengals Ravens with probably Joe Flacco, or no, with probably Joe Burrow. We think it'll be Joe Burrow, but no guarantees.
He said he's back. Did you see him put that out?
He said he's back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to take the Bengals really fucking badly, dude. I think I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. Flacco out, or with Burrow out all that time. I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. I don't feel good about it at all.
I'm going with Joe Cool and the Bengals. And I'll tell you exactly how this game's going. Opening up at -7 for Baltimore. Bengals are going to win by 7. Joe Burrow's going to have 4 touchdown passes, 300 yards through the air. And Jamar Chase with a comeback game, he's going to come out fired up, not only because he was suspended, but because Joe Burrow's out there. Jamar Chase is going to have 2 receiving touchdowns as well. This is going to be a big game for the Bengals. I like the Cincinnati.
I hate that we have the same handicap on this one.
Oh, yeah?
Higgins is out with a concussion. Doesn't matter. Jamar Chase issued an apology today. Expect a big game from every time the Bengals and Ravens play. Just bet the over. It's always like a 45-42 game. That's all I'm hoping for, and I hope the Bengals end up winning. So give me the Bengals and Joe Burrow to come back and knock out. Listen, if the Bengals get up 14 points on the Ravens, I don't feel confident in this Ravens offense right now to be able to fight their way back like they normally do, even as bad as the Bengals defense is. So I'm going to go with Joe Cool.
Hell yeah.
And then Black Friday, the new Black Friday game, 3 p.m. on Prime Video.
Gross.
Bears Eagles. I'm going to be fucking watching. Well, actually, I'm probably going to be on Friday Night Tights. Fuck. But I will be watching it while I can. Bears Eagles. I got to go with the Eagles at home. This is a Bears team that I've loved watching and has found these ways to win, but oftentimes against teams that have issues of their own, or maybe their quarterback isn't starting or any of those things. As much as the Eagles have struggled, I got to give them the edge in this one over the Bears, but I will be fucking rooting for the Bears the entire fucking game. I hope I am wrong, but I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles winning as well. I think this could be a low-scoring game, like a 14-10. So I like the under on the total in this game. I'm picking the Eagles.
I wanted to find a way to pick the Bears in this one if we had the Eagles, but the Eagles coming off a loss and the Bears defense being all banged up. I can't see the Eagles losing at home in this one, so I'm going to go with the Eagles. Even though I would love to see the Bears knock them off.
It's a big test for the Bears. There's no doubt. It's a big test for the Bears, and I hope they're fucking up to the challenge, and I hope that I have to eat my fucking words when we're back here on Sunday. But just gotta go with my fucking brain instead of my heart sometimes when it comes to this shit. Bowman Spyro for $5, hoping for a perfect Thanksgiving. Cowboys and Ohio State win. Have a good one. Thanks, Bowman.
Thank you.
And then Little Orphan Funkhauser, Bears playing on Ryan's favorite day, Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday. Can't wait. Gonna be excited. It's exciting to play on a holiday game. The Bears are relevant enough to play on a holiday game, and not just because they happen to be playing the Lions that day. It's a special holiday game that they got scheduled for. So I'm cool with it. But game's about to start tonight in a couple minutes. Beardo, what do you got going on, man?
Just watching football. That's it. Nothing crazy.
What you will?
Debating on torturing my kids and taking them to the Coug game on Friday, on Black Friday. Let them get them their first experience of what they got to look forward to the rest of their life of rooting on this shitty WSU team. It's a good weekend to go though, because like all the college kids are gone. I used to hang back and never go home for Thanksgiving because like finals were the next week, so I would just go back for like a 5-week Christmas break. So what was the point of going home? And we would always play on Friday after Thanksgiving. The town is like dead, so it's a good time to go there and just sit back and relax, enjoy a game. But other than that, we got just a show every morning. We'll be doing a show every morning this week, including Thanksgiving, 4:30 a.m. Pacific. Come hang out with us. We'll give you some winners.
There you go. Well, thank you guys for watching over here on YouTube or over on Rumble. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll find out what we got wrong on some of these ones on Thursday and Friday, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.